Good morning. Every Monday morning at 6:30 a.m., I'm a part of the Early Birds Toastmasters group where I'm learning how to present better, learning how to connect with my audience better, and learning how to speak better. This morning, I gave my first speech to the group entitled, um, There's No Team in I. Well, at the end of the day, I was up against a very, very formidable, very seasoned veteran of speaking, and my fellow Toastmasters voted that I was the best speaker today. So I was asked to share the speech with you, and it went something like this. Good morning. Today I face two big challenges. The first of which is it's 6:30 in the morning on a Monday, and I've only got 4 to 6 minutes to share with you and introduce myself. The second challenge I face today is that you all have to stay awake through my speech. So, for your bravery in coming out this morning, I want to honor your time and I want to honor your ears. Thank you so much. In beginning on our journey and trying to understand exactly what it was that I wanted to share with you today, I thought I'd start back at the beginning. So, it was a hot summer day in June 1973 when a very eager and unsuspecting mother was going about her normal business. That was until I decided to change the tone of her day. The doctors tried to stop labor for about 30 days. They were successful, but I wasn't having any of that, you see. I didn't agree with their techniques, and I still made it out a month early and was born July 13th of 1973 in Albert Lea, Minnesota. The precedence for my life began on that day. See, I understood that I didn't always follow the rules, and there's no team in I. Well, I understood that I have this incredible entrepreneurial spirit. And in elementary school, I began my first business. I started serving up ice cool, refreshing, lemony goodness to any of the passerbys, any of the patrons who would pass by and throw me a nickel. But I quickly realized that I could make a whole heck of a lot more money if I took my business green. And that's when I started recycling cans and bottles at the local grocery store. Well, it wasn't very long before I was 9 years old, 11 years old, and I wanted to go into a partnership with a friend of mine. We went into the landscaping business. I had the skills, he had the tools. We thought it was a perfect marriage. But by the time we got done with our third lawn, we realized our friendship was in danger. We better dissolve the partnership, go back to playing G.I. Joe, and riding our bikes, if you know what I mean. At 11 years old, I went into the paper delivery business and had a paper route of about 100 families in my neighborhood. But at the same time, I was playing football and baseball. I was working on my arrow of light to move into Boy Scouts, and I was also trying to maintain an A average in school. So I realized at a young age that I couldn't juggle everything and be successful at it. So I went ahead and put my money making effort and drive on the back burner. But at age 12, my mom had a need for somebody to come out to her business, and her boss hired me to maintain the beauty of the property, i.e., pick up the trash around here, will ya? I had a goal of buying my first computer and thought it would be great, so that summer I picked up the trash on the property and earned enough money to buy my first computer. Well, that opened my eyes to a brand new possibility of the world of gaming. Well, it took me a couple years to understand how to use that Commodore 64. Powerful, powerful computer. But I learned that the gaming industry is actually huge and decided that I was going to copy some games and sell them on the black market to some of the kids in school. Quickly realized that that wasn't such a good idea, and we got out of that business. And I went legit my sophomore year in high school, and took my first job working for somebody else, which kind of turned out to be, in my estimation, a several years of ruin as I started working for other people. Well, by age 19, I realized no, I love working for myself. I love doing my own thing. So while I was going to school, I started my first licensed business as a freelance graphic designer. I was working with local bands, businesses, and apartment complexes, designing logos, promotional items, flyers, and newsletters for those businesses. But in 1995, I moved to Albuquerque, New Mexico, where I did not bring that business with me. And I went back into the workforce and started working in banking and finance. Did that for the next 14 years or so. And for the last 9 years, I realized that there's an unlimited potential in commission based income. So for the last 9 years, I've been in residential mortgages and doing very well with that. But the good news is that in January of this year, actually on January 6th, I retired from the banking and finance career that I'd established over the last 14 years. And I've got my first book on its way to becoming a national bestseller. I'm excited about that. And we started our first business called J. Christensen Group, Inc. We are a consulting firm and a design firm. We're taking the skills and whatnot that I've learned over the last several years of my life, and we're sharing those skills with businesses and individuals to help them in their pursuits. See, I absolutely love the ambition and everything that God has given me, the skills and the talents He's given me, He's blessed me with, and I believe that I need to bless others with what He's given me. So when people come to me and they simply state uh, that they don't agree with the way I live my life, my conclusion is that even though most people think that there's no I in team, I've realized with my entrepreneurial spirit that there's no team in I. Thank you so much. You guys have a fantastic day, and we'll talk to you soon.